Millions of people tuned in to see the Buccaneers beat the Chiefs in Super Bowl 55 2 weekends ago. Hardcore football fans like myself watch the game, but for others, people watch it for the halftime show. This year, The Weeknd performed. In past years, Prince, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Michael Jackson, U2, Bruce Springsteen, and a whole bunch more performed at the Super Bowl. I'm sure you know about this since 103 million viewers tuned in last year, and it almost has become a national holiday. But did you know Disney produced the Super Bowl halftime shows? The origins of the halftime show starts with the origins of the Super Bowl itself. The Super Bowl wasn't even called the Super Bowl. In 1966, two rival football leagues, the AFL and the NFL, merged to create one NFL. The AFL was originally created by Lamar Hunt, and he was denied an NFL team earlier, so the legend himself just decided to make a whole league. You know, just imagine if you're denied an NFL team, so you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna make a whole league. And it quickly rivaled the NFL, so they merged, and the first AFC-NFC championship was held in 1967 after the 1966 season. The Super Bowl name didn't come until Super Bowl II, and the tradition was born. My favorite team, the Baltimore Ravens, have proudly won 2 Super Bowls in 2001 and 2012. And the very first Super Bowl halftime show was the University of Arizona Symphonic Marching Band, along with Grambling State University, Alhert, and Anaheim School Drill Team and Flag Girls. Grambling State Marching Band also played the second Super Bowl. And you might be saying, that's a little bit strange. Well, it is a little bit weird. As you can see, not a normal halftime show. And that's because that version of the halftime show was normal. It wasn't until Michael Jackson headlined Super Bowl 26 in 1992 that the modern halftime show took form. After that, Diana Ross, Boyz II Men, I won't rehash it all because there's a lot of modern halftime shows. So, after that brief history of the halftime show itself, let's get to the Super Bowl halftime shows produced by Disney. And the first one was in 1977 in Super Bowl 11. If you can believe this, the theme for that show was It's a Small World, and was headlined by the Los Angeles Unified All-City Band, with the New Mouseketeers joining them for Mickey Mouse Club theme. The show was okay, I can't lie. It was pretty weird. Somebody please fire this cameraman. Please, enough of the helicopter shots. Let's take a look at the set list. It's a Big Beautiful World, Paloma Blanca, Mickey Mouse theme, Can You Add All the Love in the World, It's a Small World, Brotherhood of Man. I've never heard of any of these songs before. This was a 12-minute show that apparently wasn't successful because the Los Angeles Unified All-City Band never played another halftime show, and Disney didn't produce one until 1984. Super Bowl 18 saw the return of Disney halftime shows. This Super Bowl was held in Tampa, Florida, themed to salute the superstars of the silver screen. The set list included Hooray for Hollywood, You Ought to Be in the Pictures. Yeah, they were called pictures back then. Stepping Out with My Baby, Putting on the Ritz, 42nd Street, When You Wish Upon a Star. It was performed by the University of Florida and Florida State University marching bands. Disney pulled out all the stops. Mickey Mouse himself made an appearance during When You Wish Upon a Star, and was the first halftime show to have pyrotechnics. This Super Bowl was nearly a disaster. One fan managed to scale the fence and bring a pistol with him. He didn't get far because security chased him and tackled him. But this halftime show was a disaster because the show concluded with fireworks being shot off. And You see that firework falling? Yeah, that landed in the stands and caused a fire because Tampa Stadium had bleachers and they were made of wood. Fireworks and wood don't, you put two and two together. They don't go well. A man sustained injuries on his hand, but no major injuries, thank goodness. 3 years later, in Super Bowl 21, Mickey Rooney and Grambling State University Marching Band and, of course, Disney classic characters joined together for an honestly incredible performance. Don't worry, I have the set list, of course. Strike Up the Band, Ghost Riders in the Sky, Hoedown Song, Cheek to Cheek, What a Feeling, That's Entertainment, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and When You Wish Upon a Star Again was the set list. Thinking can't get worse? Oh man, let me show you Super Bowl 25. Even the adorable kids couldn't save this performance. Warren Moon, who was a star player at the time, comes out and just stands there for 5 minutes during the song about football. You can tell he's trying not to laugh. So many things are thrown into this. Adorable children with cheerleaders and football players. President and First Lady Bush. Roger Rabbit, a very touching tribute to the military. And then New Kids on the Block come out of nowhere. This was around the time that the halftime show became more and more popular, so they would get bands and artists to headline the Super Bowl, like Michael Jackson, like New Kids on the Block. And Michael Jackson actually headlined in 1993, and Diana Ross later in 1996. New Kids on the Block should have headlined this with the children as guests, because the military theme was very, very touching, but the first half of it, I don't know what happened there. In 1995, over in Disneyland, Indiana Jones Adventure, then known as Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye ride, opened. And you guessed it, Indiana Jones got a halftime show. To promote the new ride, Disney brought out Patti LaBelle and Tony Bennett. The show starts with a pharaoh asking him to bring a fake Lombardi trophy. Patti LaBelle comes on stage and sings Release Yourself. Tony Bennett comes down and sings Caravan. Patti then comes back out and sings New Attitude. Then Tony Bennett joins her and finish with Can You Feel the Love Tonight? I don't know what Indiana Jones has to do with Can You Feel the Love Tonight, but then again, Patti LaBelle and Tony Bennett are singing. The whole time, Indy is chilling with... The whole time, Indy is just chilling with Marion, and during the middle of the show starts fighting bad guys with a very, very bad lip sync. Patty asked him what's he's gonna do with the trophy since he's just rescued it, I guess. And he says, I'm going to give it to the winner. Well, of course you're gonna give it to the winner, Indy. That's someone else's property. You can't just steal it.
Indiana Jones, you got your trophy back. So now tell me, sugar, what's next?
I'm giving it to the winner of Super Bowl 29.
Well, that's the right attitude, baby.
The next one people hate. I actually think it's good. I mean, it's probably the best Disney halftime show because the rest of them are not great. But this is actually ranked as one of the worst halftime shows of all time. It was themed to the Tapestry of Nations, and since it just opened in Epcot and features Phil Collins, Christina Aguilera, Toni Braxton, and Enrique Iglesias, yes, the show has no flow whatsoever, but it does have the banger music of Tapestry of Nations. Plus, the performers of them aren't that bad, except Christina and Enrique's. I'm sorry. But Tapestry of Nations was brand spanking new, and this was before the internet. So you had to visit Epcot to know what was going on, and millions of people hadn't done that yet. So the nation was confused, didn't know the songs, and didn't know what this was. That was Super Bowl 34, and Disney has never produced another halftime show. The next show was produced by MTV and had Aerosmith plus NSYNC, Britney Spears, Mary J. Blige, and Nelly. The sponsorship has bounced around, but Pepsi has produced it since 2013 and is the current sponsor. So yes, these halftime shows were interesting, and I'm not going to say bad, even though the indie one was pretty horrific, but you know, some of them are just cute. There was 2 children ones, and they were very, very nice. They weren't good, but they were, you know, children aren't perfect, and when they perform, they definitely aren't perfect, but, you know, that's not their fault. They don't really know what's going on. They do the best they can, but there could have been better choreography. Or there could have been a better theme, because the theme makes no sense. Modern halftime shows are far from these, because they're not good either. Except the Weeknds. You know, there are a few standouts, like Lady Gaga, and Prince is, in my opinion, Prince is the best halftime show of all time. And yes, that was in 2007, I'm stretching a little bit, but within the 2010 till now, Bruno Mars was amazing, Lady Gaga was pretty good. I like the Weeknd's performance, and that's all that comes to mind. And I'm a huge football fan, so I do watch for the actual game, plus the halftime show. But let me know down in the comments, which do you think is the best and worst halftime show, and it could be a Disney-produced halftime show. While you're down there, hit the like button and consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me if you did so. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Have a magical day, everybody.